Welcome to Real Deal. I'm Jazelle.
And I'm Terra.
And today we are bringing you our Weird Girl episode. And this has sort of been kicked off by the trending movie Dinner in America. It's a 2020 film directed by Adam Ramier. And it has sort of really blown up on TikTok, especially for its main intro song. And I have seen it, but Terra has not.
I haven't.
But she has been keeping up with the virality of it.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool. The Letterboxd rating is a 3.9, and the little synopsis is an on-the-lam punk rocker and a young woman obsessed with his band go on an unexpected and epic journey together through the decaying suburbs of the American Midwest. It stars Kyle Gallner as Simon, Emily Skaggs is Patty, Pat Healy, Griffin Gluck, Leah Thompson, and more. And I liked this movie. I wouldn't say that I loved it, nor do I think that,
it's iconic.
I think it's iconic. I feel like Simon is obviously channeling the really underground punk rock scene. I'm really involved in the punk rock scene, so I can appreciate that about it. I love any time that a movie decides to tap into DIY scenes or hardcore scenes or punk scenes. Love that. But this movie really falls flat for me. Terra was saying that there are better movies that kind of represent this sort of thematic.
Yeah, I think that there's so many good movies about weirdos out there. Like Jazz has said, I haven't seen Dinner in America. I can't say that I'm super enticed. I think just for the sake of not getting my cinephile card fucking revoked, I'll watch it. But I think that we both personally have better weird girl movies.
Yeah, definitely. And especially for movies that I'm looking to with punk influences, I feel like Simon's band, the band that sings the Dinner in America song, I feel like it's whatever, I'm like, okay. He definitely gives Bob SLC punk vibes, and the thing that Tara and I were talking about was it kind of feels like in this world, this is this guy comes from a band in the Green Room universe, and for that's kind of interesting. It has that same vibe, you know what I mean?
Should we date people in bands, Giselle?
We should not date people in bands. Coming from someone with experience, girls, pack it up and move it the fuck out.
Yeah.
Let's not, Terra, you've heard my experience with band members.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Dating an artist is crazy work, you guys. I think that that's probably a commonality in all of the movies that I picked too. You're a weird bitch and you're going to go date an artist because you think that that's going to help you. Babe, now you're weird and crazy.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely could fall under Scott Pilgrim vibes, Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen vibes, SLC punk vibes. But I mean, I didn't love it. It's okay. But I could appreciate it for what it is. And we have our own weird girl movies for you that sort of channel that Patty energy. She really comes into her own at the end of this movie. So we just want to bring up our own weird girls. Sometimes
dating an artist will do that to you. It does bring you out of your shell, but it also leads you places that I wouldn't go with a fucking gun. So
true.
Sometimes it does that to you. I'm going to kick us off with my first weird girl pick. It is a recent release, Lisa Frankenstein, directed by Zelda Williams. If you can't meet your perfect boyfriend, make him. This movie stars, I think we've talked about this too before on the pod, but this movie stars Catherine Newton, Cole Sprouse, Lisa Sobrano, Joey Trust? Wait, what the fuck is that name? Joey, you know what? I'm sorry, Joey. I hope you never hear this episode.
I'm pretty sure it's Trust.
Trust? That stresses me out. Carla Gugino.
I'm stressed.
I'm trusted right now. I'm so stressed. I cannot deal with it. In 1989, a misunderstood teenager has a high school crush who just happens to be a handsome corpse. After a set of playfully horrific circumstances bring him back to life, The two embark on a murderous journey to find love, happiness, and a few missing body parts along the way. I think Lisa Frankenstein is my favorite weird girl pick because Lisa really is bizarre. She's into things that are kind of creepy, things that are a little off. She's new in town. She's got all those rumors surrounding her. She doesn't really fit in. And she hangs out at the fucking cemetery. So personally, I feel like it doesn't really get stranger than that. While she's not totally dating a musician that's in a band, he's like 1,000 fucking years old. So he plays the piano and, does his little Mozart thing on the piano undead. I think this movie is so cool, and I love that she can't really fit in with anybody. I feel like I really relate to that. The whole murdering people, like, not so much Queen. I can't relate to that part. But I love what Lisa Frankenstein stands for. And she really looks like Chaperone to me. Like,
she does.
It's crazy how similar they look to me in these movies. I don't know. I would love to see some kind of collab between Lisa Frankenstein and Chaperone. I would love to see Chapel be that for Halloween. Shout out to Weird Bitches. Your movie, Jazz?
My movie is going to be Welcome to the Dollhouse. It was released in 1995, and it's the same sort of like dark comedy that Dinner in America is. It's an independent film, and it stars Heather Matarazzo, who you might know as Lily Moscovitz in Princess Diary. This is her when she's younger.
Period.
And she is like a really misunderstood young girl, and she gets bullied by her family, by people at school. They call her Wiener Dog. And yeah, and she's just like really quiet, and she has a crush on someone who's like friends with her brother, I think, and they're in a band, and he like plays guitar.
See,
it's
the downfall every time, you bet.
Every fucking time.
If he's a photographer or he's in a fucking band,
girl,
please
stand
save
up,
yourself, queen. Save yourself.
But like the only attention that she can get is from like this bully of hers, and he's like trying to make advances on her. Sorry, dog noises. Yeah, so he like tries to make advances on her, but it like freaks her out, and she runs away pretty much.
How much younger is she in this
movie?
Or
her younger brother or her younger sister runs away, and then her younger sister is like the coveted like young ballerina. She's like a little girl, like pretty princess type.
How old is she in this movie?
Oh, my God.
Because she's already young in Princess Diaries.
I don't know, but like look at her. She must be like 13.
Oh my God.
Like young girl.
I haven't seen this, but I feel like I want to.
You would like this movie. I
see it on all the
like
TikTok
funny
lists.
and sad and like twisted as fuck.
Yes,
but it's
not my niche.
Really that girl for me, and it does feel like very Dinner in America.
I'm gonna check it out. That's on my watch list.
Yes.
Every time we record a new episode, I have something new on my watch list.
Literally.
I would like to see Lily redeem herself though, because she got real asshole.
Literally. Oh my God.
That is not your friend, Queen. It's not.
Robert Schwartzman, bring him back. Fine ass. That's one musician I would like to see.
Yeah. Agreed. And then we say that, and then it just hurts in the end.
Yeah.
So maybe we need to stand up. Maybe we haven't learned anything. My next movie is Heathers. I feel like we are having such a Winona renaissance, especially with the sequel. The Winona-sance, especially with the sequel to Beetlejuice just releasing. So I have to talk about 1989 Heathers, directed by Michael Lehman. Best friends, social trends, and occasional murder. A girl who half-heartedly tries to be part of the in crowd at her school meets a rebel who teaches her a more devious way to play social politics by killing the popular kids. I want to start this by saying that FBI, if you look into my records, because I noticed the similarity between this and Lisa Frankenstein. I have not killed anybody. I promise you. Let me just
FBI.
say, America, I have never committed a crime.
I don't think I've ever seen Heathers.
Fucking iconic. It's so goddamn good.
Okay.
It's like Mean Girls if it was good.
I feel like it's been on my watch list for years. I just haven't gotten to it.
Mean Girls if you went all the fucking way and raw dogged that shit. Winona Ryder, Christian Slater, Shannon Doherty, Lisanne Falk, Kim Walker, just to name a few. This is one of my favorite movies that Winona Ryder is in. It's again the similar theme of she's kind of outcasted, but the difference between her and Lisa Frankenstein is that she's already kind of got an in. She's got her foot in the door with the popular girls, but they kind of require her to be a fucking bitch to hang out with them.
Yeah.
And she does it. She does it. We all want to fit in. We all want to, like, hang out with everyone and
live the fantasy.
We want to live the fantasy. And so she's got her own, you know, fucking Eddie Munson that shows up. I'll put that in, like, 2024 terms so people understand that Christian Slater in this movie is the Eddie Munson of the times. Mm-hmm. He gets in her life and he basically corrupts her. Seems to be a similar theme, you guys. A similar theme in all of these movies. Men are the problem.
Men have always been
Pick the bear. Pick the bear.
Pick the bear.
Pick the bear. No, this movie is really fucking iconic. You wouldn't have Mean Girls without this. I don't think that you would have Lisa Frankenstein either.
No.
A lot of the same, like, borrowed concepts, but done so well. And Winona is such an icon. And when she took this movie, I think people told her it was going to ruin her career.
Really?
Yeah, I saw the Beetlejuice interview where she said that her agent was like, don't do that. Like, please don't take that movie.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out to her for taking it. It was fucking iconic.
Well, she had to pay for that Marc Jacobs dress that she stole.
You know, because I was thinking about mentioning it, and then I was like, I'm just not going to.
I feel like we have to. But it was so iconic of her because she stole it, went to court in Marc Jacobs.
Yeah, so good.
They dressed her.
Marc Jacobs do be a little expensive sometimes, too. Like,
dude, Marc Jacobs.
Marc Jacobs, shoe prices? Baby.
No.
Bring them down.
But you know what?
I get the stealing.
Leave the tote bag, the camera bag in the store.
Leave it, yeah.
Walk away.
Yeah.
Walk away from that rack.
Your turn, Giselle.
My second pick is going to be Ginger Snaps. It's a 2000s, like, straight Y2K ass movie directed by John Fawcett. And it's pretty much about these two sisters, Ginger and Bridget. And they're from this really small suburban town. And on the night of Ginger's first period, she gets attacked by, like...
Hello?
She gets attacked by a, like, mystical creature. And her wounds, like, magically heal. But she, like, pretty much is, like, a werewolf.
Right. I'm gonna go outside right now. I'm on cycle day 2. I think it's not too late for me.
No, I think there's still time.
I think
this movie has such a cult following. I watched it and I gave it a 2.5. This is the first time I watched it was last year, but I put it on this list because this movie is so fucking weird girl coded. There is a documentary on YouTube, special mention, honorable mention, called The Dirty Girls.
Okay.
And it's about these girls from either, like, the early 2000s or the 90s, and they are, like, they like, are just, like, feminist as fuck, right, girls? And they make, like, zines about how, like, women deserve reproductive rights, and they're, like, 13 years old.
Oh, my God.
But everyone at their school makes fun of them, saying they're, like, dirty, and they don't wash their hair, and they smell, and they have, like, period blood all over their faces. Mm-hmm. But the girls in Ginger Snaps, like, that's the same sort of vibe.
Okay. So I've heard of Ginger Snaps. I also know that has a big weird girl following. Like, fans of Coraline and et cetera. It's people like us.
Yes.
Right.
It's definitely people like us. So watch Ginger Snaps and then watch Dirty Girls after, and then you'll get it.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah. Dirty Girls on YouTube.
And it's fall, so I feel like that's a perfect movie.
We are that is definitely Horrorville movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is letting me segue into my next pick, which is a Halloween staple. I live and die by this movie, and I do not talk about the Kaylee Spaney remake because nobody talks about that remake. The Craft. I love The Craft. I grew up watching this movie. It came out in 1996, directed by Andrew Fleming. A Catholic school newcomer falls in with a clique of teen witches who wield their powers against all who dare to cross them, be they teachers, rivals, or meddlesome parents. This movie has Robin Tunney, Fairuza Balk, Neve Campbell, Rachel True, Skeet Ulrich, literally the icons Skeet Ulrich and Neve Campbell. Christina Taylor.
Neve Campbell.
Oof, Skeet Ulrich. He aged beautifully, might I add. For fans of Scream, this movie is for you. I love The Craft. It is, again, another movie about a girl who gets bullied. She doesn't fit in. She's new to school. But with the twist of witches in it.
Yeah.
Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Like, baby, this is the Halloween movie for weird bitches.
This is Mean Girls for the weird girls.
Yeah. Mean Girls for, like, the people who bought crystals in Moldavite in 2020. Like, I hope that you were sad. I feel like the Craft remake also came out that year because bitches were like, oh, I'm gonna buy a spell on Etsy.
Once again, I'm asking, has Kaylee Spaney ever been in a good movie beside Priscilla?
I don't know if we have to ask that.
Okay.
I feel like we don't have to ask
sorry,
that
The Craft
question.
remake. But I agree. The Craft is definitely a weird girl.
I love that movie. I think it's so freaky and so creepy and really touches on the importance of being yourself and not falling in with the wrong people, and also not dating jocks, you guys. So don't date jocks or artists or people in bands. Abstinence is key. Just get a cat, actually. You should just do that instead. That's our dating advice for the day that you guys did not ask for.
Yeah, sorry. And my last movie is Lizzie McGuire.
Yes!
A lighthearted weird girl, but a weird girl. None of the freaking
Girl,
less.
you are imagining a cartoon version of yourself.
And you know what? Same.
Yep.
Same. There's a little version of me as a little 2D character always being like, girl, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Bitch, what the fuck?
What the fuck, bitch?
And overthinking. I feel like the Lizzie McGuire movie, also another movie about a girl who falls in love with a musician.
Ooh, so true.
There is a pattern here,
Didn't
y'all.
think about that. I didn't think about
I'm just saying. So I think that, like, girl, why are you trying to be something you're not? But then also, like, Lizzie, low-key cool as fuck, better than everyone.
The dangers of Italians.
Honestly.
This is
what eating too much gelato does to a motherfucker.
This is why your European summer needs to be 2 weeks maximum.
Clock out.
Pack it up, babe. You're out of Revolve dresses. Go home.
Yeah. And the right man was your best friend the whole time.
Yeah.
And that's really the case.
That's some real shit.
The man that's covering for you.
Not the Italian.
Never the Italian.
Never the Italian. That's crazy.
And so, that being said, Lizzie McGuire, weirdo. Because what you mean you're on stage lip syncing for an Italian fucking musician in place of another girl? Like, girl, think about this for one more minute.
No. A little bit of critical thinking, baby.
Nail done, hair done, everything did. But because when Kate walks into that room and she said, I can smell your new manicure. The highlights in your hair? Please.
Kate,
I was like, Kate.
Day one bitch. But ate her up that one time. That one time she ate that one little thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Loved Kate at the end of that movie, though. She was slurping her pasta up. Ethan, not a damn thought in that brain.
No. I think that is really critical cinema for teen girls.
I agree.
Not Gen Z. It's like millennial core.
Gen Z.
For sure.
Yeah. Cusper core.
Yeah, Cusper core. That's us.
Yeah.
I think that that's a must-watch movie. And that's very lighthearted after something like The Craft, which does make you feel like, whoo.
Yeah. So that's my light weird girl pick.
Yeah. Those were all of my weird girl movies.
Yeah. So thank you so much for tuning into this episode.
Embrace your weirdness.
Embrace your weird girl.
Embrace it. Stay away from men in bands.
And we'll have a weird boy movie, I think.
Yeah.
So let us know what your favorite weird girl movies are.
Please.
And have a great day.
Thank you.